What up, cool world? It's the homie Jendison. So, I don't know why the fuck I always say so, but I was in a discussion tonight, and it's about love and tolerance, and there's a lot of good shit that was brought up. But I kind of wanted to touch on just where I was at with it, and it got me thinking. First is just start I'm gonna start with what I really felt about it. And for me personally, love and tolerance, for other individuals, starts with self-love. If I don't like who I am and I got this twisted sense of reality and all these biased or stereotypes or whatever, all this shit built up in me about issues that I struggle with to deal with within myself, then I will easily and consistently pick that shit out in other people and see it in other people and for real have Anna towards them, but it's a mirror reflection of my bullshit, and which allowed me to think that the more I've progressed and the more I've worked on me and the more time I got real open and honest with myself about things that I need to work on, strengths, weaknesses, whatever it may be, character defects, it allowed me to see that I can love somebody and not like a fucking thing about them. I can love you so much that I will tolerate the idea of you living, but I do not have to deal with you or deal with your bullshit or your fuckery. And to me, that's growth. That's growth. But that really applies to where we at as a nation too. We all brothers and sisters in this motherfucker. And I don't have to share your views. I don't have to agree with your religion or how you feel about other people, gays, whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Blacks, whites, whatever. I don't have to agree with anything about you. But if I consider myself a decent being, then I have an obligation to love you as a person, love you where you're at. Does that mean I have to co-sign your bullshit? No. Does that mean that I have to jump on board and yes, everything you say? No. I can still have my opinion. I can still agree to disagree with everything you stand for and everything you live for, but you at this moment, you have a right to exist. And the fact that whatever it is allowing you to be here and breathe in the same air as me, then I have an obligation as a human being to tolerate you because you have an obligation as a human being to tolerate me as well. So I think that comes from a place of empathy. I remember when I was a kid, my granny was mad at me one time, and I was like, "You don't like me," and she was like, "I don't have to like you. My job is to love you and to show you what love is and how to love as well." And that's some real shit. That's some real ass shit. You know what I mean? But then I go back and I think about my time in life and what my idea of love was before I really knew myself. I thought love was what you did for me. I thought love was, you know what I'm saying, sex, telling me shit to make me feel better about myself. But now, as a fucking man, a real man, and have been in relationships and things like that, love is wanting the best for someone regardless of what. No matter how it affects you, no matter whether it hurts your feelings, no matter if you gotta let them go, whatever. Real love is wanting the best, wanting someone to grow as a person, wanting someone to be happy, wanting someone to have things that you can't even provide for them. That's real fucking love. Which brought me to another thought, and I was like, if I have to tolerate somebody, I don't think I really love them. You feel me? Because tolerate, but to me, having tolerance means dealing with something that makes you uncomfortable, right? That's what I feel like. Tolerance, yeah, in essence, that's ultimately what it would mean to me. It would be dealing with someone or something that makes me uncomfortable. If I love you or you love me, I feel like I have an obligation to do my part to facilitate your comfort level, if that makes sense. When you come to someone's home, you're like, have a seat, do you want a drink? You know what I mean? That's showing love. in my book, you know what I mean? Or like say, you know, someone's not feeling well, whatever situation may be, they may be in their head, whatever, you know, going through a bad relationship or whatever. You want to comfort that person. That's my idea of love. Now, if I have to tolerate an individual for the sake of being, I feel as if I may have love for that person, but I may not love that person, if that makes any sense. And also, if I love myself, then I have to be willing to say, this is something I can't tolerate, whether it be your behavior, your mental state, how you respond to bullshit, how you interact with other people. Like, I have an obligation when it comes to love and tolerance. Also, mirroring it. I don't really want anybody to tolerate me. Don't fucking tolerate me like I'll tolerate you. You feel me? That's like basically, I'm gonna deal with you for the moment type shit. But like ultimately, like we have an obligation in society to each other to tolerate one another. I think that a big for me today is understanding the position that I put myself in, or the situation and the circumstances that I put myself in, where I have to practice tolerance in the first place. Like, what is my motive? What is my motivation? Why am I in a situation where I have to tolerate whatever it is that's making me uncomfortable? You know what I mean? So, it was good for me tonight. I got a lot out of it. But yeah, I think that in order to grow spiritually, emotionally, in a relationship or whatever, that love and tolerance is key. Because if you can't tolerate the thing, and honestly, now that I say it and I hear all the shit I said, it's true. If I love you, I will tolerate you. Because I don't like motherfuckers no way. And I think that like, that's a big indicator for me that if I do like someone, or if I do care about, how much I will tolerate. How patient will I be? It takes me back to that verse where it says, love is patient, love is kind. You know? And I guess that will come with tolerance. Because if I love you so much and I want better for you, if I love you so much that I want better for you, then I have an obligation to be tolerant of whatever. You know, not whatever, but the things about you that I don't like, that I don't love. You know? And I have an obligation to myself as well as you to address those things, talk with you about those things in some effective communication, not low picking, you know what I'm saying, well, you da-da-da-da-da, but like really to come to a sense of understanding you in the way you work, or why you react this way, or what it is that drives you to do these things that I, quote unquote, would be tolerating. I think that the more things that I tolerate from someone, the more that I like them. But at the same time, how far does that go? You know, because like you can think about it, you know, the phrase, I can only tolerate this for so long. And I think that we all have that bend or breaking point, and we all lose patience, but we should never be unkind because we're no longer patient, if that makes sense. So I really, that really struck me tonight about the love and tolerance, because I think that tolerance is something I need to work on. I was telling somebody today, like, you know, I could be around somebody and I think they cool as fuck, and then they'll do like one little fuck shit and I'm like, I'm out. I'm never fucking with them again. I won't talk to them again. I won't see them again, da-da-da-da-da. But like, that's not really, how are they going to grow? How are they going to better themselves as a person? A, if they don't even know why I ghost. B, they don't have any idea as to what it is that they need to work on. And I'm not saying pick a person apart, but I'm saying if you're going to invest your time with any individual, whether it be a friendship, romantic, or platonic, then you have an obligation to be patient, kind, and tolerant of the person. But at the same time, you have an obligation to yourself to address the issue, so you don't have to constantly be tolerant, because then you build up a resentment of that person. But it's really from a lack of inaction on our part to address whatever issue it is that we have with that person. You feel me? You know, like, say for instance, I'm just gonna say, if somebody smokes, and well, for me, if somebody does some shit that like I really don't fuck with, it's a deal breaker. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can have love for them, but I can love them from another state, as someone else said. You feel me? But like, if it's somebody I'm invested in and we got goals or whatever the fuck, we try and do some shit together, then I have an obligation not only to them and to myself to make sure that it's a smooth ride. Like, I don't feel like anybody should be in a relationship. I shouldn't have to be unhappy to make you happy. You feel me? And I think that that's I think that a lot of times we get that fucked up. You're like, well, if you really love me, then, you know what I mean? And that's not the case, because I can say the same shit. Well, if you really love me, you wouldn't, you know? And I think that's where the patience and the tolerance part comes in. And I'm not a patient person at all. I ain't even gonna front like I am. But I have got a lot more patient. I'm not even patient with myself. Like, I be wanting shit done instantly. And, like, not when anybody else has to do it, but, like, when I have to do it. Like, I'm hard on myself about shit that I need to get done. And, like, I won't allow anything else to distract. You know what I mean? Like, it's beef. It's beef. And I get irritated with people who get in the way of shit that I'm trying to do. But I'm just really glad that I got an opportunity tonight to really take an honest look at myself about love and tolerance and the necessity and need for me to be, I gotta get my gate key, be a little more different, to be more tolerant with people that I love. You know, whether it be like people in my program, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, in life, on a day-to-day basis. Hell, it could be in traffic. It could be with the customers I deal with. But ultimately, it's a character building tool for myself. You feel me? It's can I give love the way that I want to be loved? You know what I mean? And, like, that's kind of where I'm at in my thought process and in my journey right now, because I'm like, I've put up this wall of, I don't want to be hurt, and, you know, everybody on some bullshit, some fuckery, blah, 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 nobody keeps it real, that it's really made it where I really don't have a desire to be around people. And, like, I'm seeing that, like, I need a certain amount of social interaction for me to stay healthy. Like, I need good people in my life so that I can grow and flourish. Like, and I'm not even saying I need people to love me, but I need social interaction that helps me to love the life that I live and live a life that I love. So I got to work on tolerance, and empathy, like, honestly, for other people. Or I'm always going to be checking out on everything. I'm always going to check out on a motherfucker. And you know what I'm saying? And I think that, like, I'm seeing it because I'm reaching a place where I'm kind of leaning towards exploring the possibilities of having friendships with the opposite sex and shit like that. They may go somewhere. You know what I mean? But I'm like, I can't do this shit if I'm still on this, you know, as soon as they pull some bullshit, I'm checking out shit. Because, I mean, I'm not always going to do shit that they want me to do. You know what I mean? So, like, the whole conversation, like, just had me thinking about from a whole bunch of different aspects. And then another thing was, like, with business. You know, just because things I'm doing that I want to do in business, you know, I can't let money be my only motivator and say, well, if it's worth the money, then I'm going to put up with some bullshit when I know ultimately I'm not. I know I won't. You know what I mean? But I got to be honest with myself about my motives and my intentions as to how and why I'm doing things. And at the same time, if I'm kind to myself, then it will attract kindness from others, honestly, because the laws of attraction apply there as far as what we put into the universe we receive. So, you know, just got to work on it, man. Be loving and caring. What you doing, fam?
What you doing, nigga?
You got it.
Yeah,
yeah, bro, I'm alright, man. I see you got the pig stick on you.
Oh yeah.
Doing a little Facebook Live, man.
Looking at here, nigga.
Nah, he talking about love and tolerance, man.
That's what it is, shit. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, it's good to see you though, bro. I'm rapping with you in just a second. I'm rap this up.
Yeah, do your thing. Shit, I'm finna peel out, nigga. I was just picking up some shit.
I feel you. All right, fam.
But shit, it's good to see you.
Love, nigga.
Love, my nigga.
Bet.
Man, shit, good to see you, nigga.
I'm proud of you, bro. Keep doing it.
Nigga, shit. I want to talk to you, but shit.
Hey, I'm back. Don't worry. I'm back on the wagon, bro. I'm back in the meetings and everything, nigga.
I mean, shit, I just always want to make sure you alright.
Yeah, I appreciate it, though. I already know.
I just hit my 90, goddamn it, nigga.
Man, congratulations, bro. That 90 motherfucker, that's a mean motherfucker. For real, that's hard work, though. Hey, if you ever want to go to a meeting or something, bro, I see you doing it, though. You doing it solo dolo.
Man, I stay out the way, nigga, and just keep working, man, nigga, and just, man, I don't want to go through this shit no more, bro, so I'm just trying to fucking just look for better days.
That's real, bro. Anything I can do to help you, let me know.
Man, you better know it. Same on my end.
For real, bro. Love. Love.
Take care of yourself, nigga. I'm hollering.
I am.
Yeah.
See, that be real shit, man. Motherfuckers that care about you, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? The homie, we probably known each other a few months or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I went through some shit, and he seen what I went through, you know what I mean? And we ain't talked since, but he's like, you see how shit go, though? And, like, that's what I'm saying about attracting things into the universe. Because, like, this man, we probably known each other 2-3 months, you know what I mean? But, like, when people see the real you and they see the genuine you, and you're not caught up in the fuckery and the day-to-day bullshit, like, they are genuinely concerned for your well-being. And that's what I was saying about the love part and love being kind and tolerance. You feel me? Because, like, this man just hit his 90 days and I was fucking up. And he could have shunned me. He could have been like, nah, I can't fuck with dude. You know what I'm saying? He could have been like, you feel me? He could have turned his back on me. But instead, he did the same thing that I would have did, which is reached out and made sure that I knew that he cared. You feel me? And like that's the essence of what I'm saying when I say about love and tolerance is if I love you and I don't like something about you, I could tolerate it long enough to address it with you. And then it's on you if you want to continue or we want to continue to deal with each other. You feel me? And I think that like that honesty and that realness, I had to have that. I can't say for anybody else. I can't tell you how to move. Because, like, some people are non-confrontational. Like, that confrontational make them dip. You feel me? Like, some people don't have the skill of sitting down and talking shit out. You know what I mean? Like, it's easier just to cool off and let the shit go and just hope it never happens again for some people. That shit don't work for me. I can't move like that. If we got a beef, this shit got to be addressed. It got to get handled. You know, and I know that about myself. And I used to be really bad at holding grudges. But, like, I switched it. Instead of being mad at other people, I just be mad at myself for fucking with them. But, like, I understand that that's not healthy either, you know. Anyway, this shit didn't went too long. But, yeah, so, anyway, love and tolerance. That's what this shit was about. Live life, peace, stay prayed up. Oh, if ain't nobody told you, you're a magical, magnificent being. Live life, peace, stay prayed up, get your weight up, and prepare for war at all times. These have been my facts and matters, and you better know it.